Today, I'm gonna read the Huffington Post news article. Trump seeks to bar testimony of other accusers in rape trial. I'm an English learner. I'm trying to understand everything in this article, but still can't find some expressions' exact meaning. So, if you are nice enough, please help me and leave a comment. Let's begin to read. Former President Donald Trump's lawyers moved last Thursday. Former President Donald Trump's lawyers moved late Thursday to block testimony from previous accusers in the sexual battery lawsuit filed against him by writer E. Jean Carroll. Is sexual battery means same as rape? The attorneys are also asking Judge Louis Kaplan of the U.S. District Court in Manhattan to ban the infamous Access Hollywood tape that was publicly released in 2016, shortly before Trump won the presidential election. Shortly before Trump won the presidential election. Is Access Hollywood tape a kind of revenge porno? I'm gonna check on it. He boasted on the 2005 tape that he liked to grab women by the pussy. By the way, how can he grab women by pussy? Has he pussy on his hand? I don't understand what that exactly means. Trump, who hosted the Apprentice TV reality show, bragged he could get away with it because he was a star. What is the difference between boast and brag? It looks similar. His attorneys argued in a filing that the tape was irrelevant and highly prejudicial. They claimed the previous accusation against Trump also weren't relevant to Carroll's allegation that Trump raped her in a dressing room at the Bergdorf Goodman store in Manhattan in the 1990s. It's really hard to read this Bergdorf Goodman store, and don't know if my pronunciation correct. Among those who also accused Trump are former business executive Jessica Lees, who said that he groped her in 1979 when he sat next to her on a plane. More than 40 years ago. He was with his hands grabbing me, trying to kiss me, grabbing my breasts, pulling me towards him, pulling himself onto me. Liz testified in her deposition for the case last October. So many people accusing him. Another accuser, Natasha Stoyanov, said in her deposition that Trump shoved her against the wall and began kissing her at his Mar-a-Lago estate in 2005. When she was researching a story about him for People magazine. Carroll's attorneys argued that both women's stories are relevant because they demonstrate Trump's modus operandi of forcing himself on non-consenting women. I think now I understood how to use word relevant, and this modus operandi is pretty new. I never heard of it. Trump has denied he assaulted the other woman or Carroll. Carroll also sued Trump for defamation in 2019 after he angrily denied her sexual battery allegation in a White House interview. He claimed that Carroll was not his type and that she was just out to get publicity. Late last year, Carroll filed the suit against Trump under the recently passed Adult Survivors Act, which temporarily lifts the statute of limitation for a year on civil claims over alleged sexual offenses. Vocabulary related to law is so difficult, but I think this time I learned a lot. Trump's lawyers have denied Carroll's rape allegation. As for defamation, they have argued that whatever Trump said as president was protected from any legal action. So it sounds like if you are a US president, you are allowed to commit some crime. But Trump repeated some of the same attacks against Carroll on his Truth Social platform early this year. He called Carroll's accusation a complete con job and a hoax and a lie. Oh, so Trump has his own social platform. Whatever protections he may have had as president presumably vanished when he repeated the attacks as a private citizen. Trump's publicly released deposition on the latest suit was startlingly vicious. "I know nothing about this nut job," he said of Carroll, and he threatened to sue her according to the transcript. This nut job translated to crazy job on Google, but it's more likely just a crazy person. As for Carroll not being his type, Trump mistakenly identified a photo of the writer as his second ex-wife, Marla Maples, during a deposition. This is very funny. Kaplan hasn't yet ruled on the request to block information. The trial is set to begin in April.